Good day everyone. I am Padilla Nazarin Dagay, BS and Rep 2A. I'm here to discuss my topic about the good life, magandang buhay. Objectives. At the end of this lesson, the student should be able, number 1, examine what is meant by a good life. Ano ba ang ibig sabihin ng good life or magandang buhay? Number 2, identify how human attain what is demand to have a good life. Tukuyin kung papaano tinangka ng mga tao na makamit ang sinasabing magandang buhay. Then number 3, recognize possibilities available to human being to attain good life. Kilalanin ang mga posibilidad na magagamit ng tao upang makamit ang magandang buhay. Differentiate one from another. A moral life, moral na buhay. Life of pleasure, buhay na kasiyahan. Fulfilled life, ganap na buhay. Discuss the role of technology in achieving good life. Dito malalaman kung ano ba ang ginampanan ng teknolohiya para sa good life. Introduction. With this, the philosophical portion of this course will be tackled in the chapter with the desire to comprehend to the meaning of a good life by using the concept from Aristotle, Nicomachean ethics that will guide us to find the answer to how all aspire for a good life and understand happiness as the goal of a good life. Then, this lesson, ang pamumuhay ng isang magandang buhay ay isang pangkalahatang alalahanin ng tao. Then, sa lesson na ito, may nga pagnanais na maunawaan ang kahulugan ng magandang buhay. Ayon kina Aristotle at Nicomachean, upang ganap na malaman ang sagot, ating tatalakayin ang lesson na ito. In ancient Greece, long before the word science has been coined, the need to understand the world and reality was bound with the need to understand the self and the good life. Bago nilikha ang hagham or ang science the word, ang mga pangangailangang maunawaan ang mundo at ang katotohanan ay nakatali sa pangangailangan maunawaan ang salitang magandang buhay. For Plato, the task of understanding the things in the world runs parallel with the job of truly getting into what will make the soul flourish. Then, ayon kay Plato, ang gawain ng paggawa sa mga bagay sa mundo ay tunay na pagpasok sa kung ano ang magpapaunlad ng kanluluwa. It was Aristotle who gave a defined distinction between the theoretical and practical science. Then ayon kay Aristotle din, nagbibigay ng tiyak na pagkakaiba sa pamamagitan ng theoretical at practical na agham. Aristotle and how was all aspire a good life. Aristotle, the first philosopher who approached the problem of reality from a science, lessons, and first thinker who durable into the complex problematization of the end of goal, life, and happiness. Then, kay Aristotle, as we can see, lahat ng principle or aspects and branches of a science, meron siyang contribution of his ideas. Then, problematization ng layunin ng buhay ay happiness. Then, Nicomachean ethics 2.2. All human activities aim at some good. Every art and human injury, and similarly every action and pursuit is true to aim to some good, and for the reason the good has been rightly declared as the which as thing all things aim. Then ayon kay Nicomachean ethics, lahat ng action at activity of human is for aiming a goodness. Kaya lahat tayo ginagawa ang isang bagay dahil may ini-aim tayo or expecting tayong goodness. Like for example, as a student, nag-aaral ako ng mabuti dahil nag-e-expect ako ng magandang grade. That's an example of aiming a good life ayon kay Nico Heminias Ethics. What is meant by a good life? Ano ba ang ibig sabihin ng magandang buhay? Living in a comfort and luxury with few problems or worries. Then, ayon sa kasabihan ng magandang buhay ay dapat kailangang mabuhay o nabubuhay ka sa walang problema or wala kang worries. That's an ibig sabihin ng good life. Then, characterized by happiness from living and doing well. Nagka-characterize ng happiness or enjoyment. Then, nabubuhay ka ng maganda or maayos. And syempre, meron din content. Dapat kung anong meron sa'yo, dapat kontento ka. That's a mean of a good life. That's not mean na kahit sinasabi mo ng good life ka, pero may mga problema ka pa rin, may mga worries, then also anxiety. So, being a good life, you have to content and you need to living and doing well. What is eudaimonia? It came from word the Greek eu, meaning good, and daimon, meaning spirit. From the Greek word eu is a good or maganda. Then daimon is the meaning of spirit. Refers to the good life marked by happiness and excellent. Flourishing life filled with meaningful endeavor that empower the human person to the best version of himself or herself. Wherein, we are aiming a better person or better version of ourselves. We are doing things para maging mabuti tayong tao. Next, Plato and Aristotle embarked on a different approach figuring our reality. Then, Plato taught that things in this world are not real and are only copies of the real in the world of forms. Then, ayon kay Plato, ang mga bagay sa mundo, ito ay hindi totoo at kopyahan lamang ng tunay sa mundo ng mga anyo. Then, change is so perplexing that it can only make sense of there are two realities, the world of a forms and the world of a matter. Ang pagbabago ay lubhang nakakalito at maaaring magkaroon ng kahulugan kung merong dalawang realidad. Ito ay the world of forms and the world of matter. Claim that despite that reality of change, things remain and they are retain their ultimate what-itness. Then, according sa kanya, ang pag-angkin sa kabila ng pagbabago, nahahati ng bagay at kanilang tunay na anyo. Then, convince the reality is the full of this seeming, constructing, manifestation of change and permanence. So, it means, kumbinsihin na ang katotohanan ay puno ng mga magkasalungat at pagpapakita ng pagbabago at pananatili. Then, ayon din kay Aristotle, put everything back to the ground in claiming that is this word all there is to it and that this word is only reality we can all access. Then, ayon kay Aristotle, lahat mayroon dito at ang mundong ito ay tanging katotohanan lamang. Then, disagree with his teachers' position and forwarded an idea that there is no reality are over and above with the sense of perceive. Hindi sinang-ayonan ni Aristotle sa posisyon ng kanyang guro at ipinasang idea na walang katotohanan na higit kung ano ang maaaring madama ng sensasyon. Next, extend the analysis from the external world in the province of the human person and declared that even human beings are potentialities who aspire for this actuality. It means pagpapalawak sa pagsusuri mula sa panlabas na mundo patungo sa lalawigan ng tao. At ang mga tao ay naghahangad ng kanilang aktwalidad. Next, every human person aspire for an end. The end is happiness or human flourishing. Ang bawat isa sa atin naghahangad ng wakas na kaligayahan at pag-unlad. Then, claim that happiness is be all and all of everything that we do. We may not realize it, but goal is everything that we do is happiness. Ang kaligayahan ng lahat ay ating natatapos at success. Kaya nga lahat ng ating ginagawa, hangad ay kaligayahan, di ba? Alangan naman na gagawa ka ng isang bagay na wala kang hinahangad o walang hinahangad na kaligayahan sa huli. Next, happiness as the goal of a good life. Kaligayahan bilang layunin ng magandang buhay. In 18th century, John Stuart Mill declared that greatest happiness principles by maximize and attain of happiness for the greatest number of people. Individual happiness of each individual should be prioritized and collectively dictates and kind of action that should be endorsed. Then, idiniklara ni John Stuart Mill ang pinakadakilang prinsipyo ng kaligayahan. Ang aksyon ay ang tama. Dahil ito ay pinalaki ang pagkamit ng kaligayahan. Siyempre, kahit na gusto mong maghangad ng kaligayahan, kung wala kang aksyon, hindi mo makakamit ang kaligayahan. School of thoughts which aim from the good and happy life. Number 1, materialism. The first materialism were the atomists in ancient Greece. Democritus and Lysippus lead a school whose primarily belief is that word is made up of its controlled, the tiny invisible unit in the word called atomos or seeds. For Democritus and his discipline, the word including human being is made up of matter. Tomos simply comes together randomly to the form of the things in the world. Matter is makes us attain happiness. Then, sa materialism, ayon kina Democritus at Lysippus, ang mundo ay binubuo at kinokontrol ng maliit na invisible unit sa mundo. Ito ay atomos o ang buto. In the term atomos, naging atom na made of matter and all of things in science. Then, ayon kay Democritus din, ang mundo ay binubuo ng bagay. Then, ang materialismo ang dahilan kung bakit tayo nakakamit ng kaligayahan. Next, hedonism. For their part, see the end of goal of life in acquiring pleasure has always been the priority of hedonism. For them, life is about obtain and indulging in a pleasure because life is limited. The main thing of the school truth is the famous eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow we die, led by Epictetus. So, ang hedonism naman ay yung mga taong naniniwala o nag-i-aim ng people practicing hedonism. And according to them, ang buhay ay tungkol sa pagkakaroon at pagpapakasawa sa kaligayahan o kasiyahan. Dahil ang buhay ay limitado. In short, acquiring pleasure. Like for example, you want a party and always empty. That is the pleasure of the body. Then also, when you eat and drink, you are happy. Number 3, Stoicism. Another school of thought led by Epictetus. The Stoics exposed the ideas that to generate happiness, one must learn to distance oneself and be apathetic. The original term apathetic previously means to be indifferent. Stoicism is para makabuo ng kaligayahan, dapat matutong dumistansya ang sarili at maging isang kaawa-awa. So, in the term apathetic, ay tiyak na pagiging walang malasakit. So, in short, you will be alone and need to separate yourself sa ibang tao. The next, theism. People find the meaning of their life using God as a function of their existence. So, sa theism naman, ay ang kaligayahan ay pakikipag-isa sa Diyos by communicating with God, or the relationship with God is source of happiness. Then, ayon sa mga nakilala ko, ang source of happiness nila is worshiping and praising God, dahil ang relationship with God ay or nasisiyahan sila. Then next, humanism. Humanism exposed the freedom of a man to crave his own destiny and to legislate his own law, free from shackles of a God that monitors and controls. For humanists, man is literally captain of his own ship. So means, ang humanism naman ay yung mga taong humanist na they believe in this kind of happiness. They have freedom, crave his own destiny. So ganun, ang humanist, kontrolado natin ang paniniwala at lahat, hindi lang tayo steward ng creation, pero tayo ang in control sa lahat ng bagay sa mundo. So yan ang humanism. Kumbaga, tayo ang kumukontrol sa mga nangyayari sa mundo or nag-handle sa mga bagay sa mundo. Next, meaningful life. While being a family, especially children and grandchildren, pushing a particular kind of a work with a great dedication, scientific research, artistic creation, scholarship, devote themselves to a cause, protecting environment, immersion, or engaging in a community church and school. Meaningful life ay ang kahulugan ng buhay. Ang kanilang sarili, ang sanhi ng pagpoprotekta sa kapaligiran, ay paglulubog o pakikipag-ugnayan sa isang komunidad, simbahan at paaralan. Next, finished life. Call no man happy until his long death, because after death, that is the only time that you will know how he lived. Example, Jimmy Salvi, who was much admired, but a serial sexual predator. A good life is the one that is the enviable and admirable. Good moral lead us to the good and happy life. Ang tapos na buhay ay hindi masasabing masayang ang tao hanggang matagal na siyang patay. Dahil pagkatapos ng kamatayan, iyon lang na malalaman mong paano siya nabubuhay. Like example, si Jimmy Salvi na hinahangaan ngunit isang serial sexual predator pala. Then, ang magandang buhay ay isang makakainggit at kahanga-hanga. Then, ang mabuting moral ay akayin tayo tungkol sa mabuti at masayang buhay. Next, the ultimate goal of life. True happiness is found by leading a virtuous life and doing what is worth doing. Ultimate goal ng mabuting buhay. Matatagpuan ang tunay na kaligayahan sa pamamagitan ng mabuti na buhay at paggawa ng karapat-dapat na gawain. So, feeling good is not good enough for a good life. Hindi maganda ang buhay kung feeling good ka lang. Yung nagfi-feeling good, ganun. Each person must realize his or her potentialities, which would lead him or her to the greatest fulfillment. Ang bawat tao ay dapat mapagtanto ang kanilang mga potensyal na magdadala sa kanila sa pinakadakilang katuparan. Next, different from one another. According to the Westcott 2018, there are 3 ways by we understand the meaning of a good life. These are the moral life, life of virtue, and fulfilled life. So, ayon kay Westcott, may 3 paraan kung paano natin mauunawaan ang kahulugan ng magandang buhay. Ito ay ang moral na buhay, buhay na kalayaan at tinupad na buhay. Moral life, good life. Moral approved, they are good person, courage, honest, trustworthy, kindness, generous, helpful, loyal, principled, and so on. So, sa moral life na buhay, ang good life ay ito ay ang mabuti, honest, matapang at tapat. In short, mabuti ang pag-uugali ng isang tao. So, Socrates Gorgians argue it is a better to suffer wrong than to eat that eat good man, who is his eyes gouged, are undisturbed to death, is a moral fortunate that a corrupt person who has uses, whether Walter and power, dishonor. Then, mas mabuting magdusa sa mali kaysa sa isang katikatiwalang tao na gumagamit ng kayamanan at kapangyarihan ng walang puri. Ayon kay Socrates Gorgias. Plato. The morally good person enjoy a short inner harmony when as the wicked person, no matter how rich and powerful he may preacher, she enjoys is these harmonies fundamentally at odds with himself and the world. Ayon kay Plato, ang mabuting tao ay enjoyable ang panloob na pagkakaisa kung saan ang masamang tao. Gaano man siya kayaman at kapangyarihan, naway masiyahan siya. The life of pleasure, ang buhay ng kalayaan. Greek philosopher Epictetus, pleasure is enjoyable, it's fun, it what make life worth living. Then, ang kasiyahan ay kasiya-siya, ito ay nagpapahalaga sa buhay, according to Greek philosopher Epictetus. Then, hedonism. People who are devoted to sex, food, drink, and sexual indulgence dominant in Western culture. Ayon sa hedonism, mga taong nakatuon sa pakikipagtalik, pagkain, inuman at pagpapalayaw ay nangingibabaw sa kulturang kanluranin. So, living the good life, enjoying lot of recitation, pleasures, good food, good wine, scuba diving, etc. Subjective experience. A person is happy when they feel good and have many feel good experience. Masisiyahan ang isang tao kapag maganda ang pakiramdam niya at maraming good experience at libangan. Like for example, scuba diving, drinking a good wine, and eating a good food. Epicrutus, someone who is appreciate of food and drinking. Si Epicrutus naman ay ang taong nagpapahalaga sa pagkain at inuman. The next, The Fulfilled Life by Aristotle, ang tinupad na buhay ni Aristotle. Virtue, morally virtues. Kabutihang moral na banal. Health, enjoy good health and reasonably long life. Kalusugan, tamasahin ang mabuting kalusugan at makatuwirang mabuhay. Then, prosperity, comfortable of Aristotle, affluent enough so that they don't need to work or for a living, doing something that they not freely close to do. Ayon kay Aristotle, that comfortably of, hindi nila kailangang magtrabaho upang mabuhay o paggawa ng isang bagay na hindi na malayang piliing gawin. Then, friendship, good friends, intently social, pagkakaibigan or ang mabuting pagkakaibigan. Next, enjoy respect of others, tangkilikin ang paggalang sa iba. Need good luck, common sense, kailangan ang good luck at common sense mo so that represent a respect. Exercise their unique human abilities and capabilities. Gamitin ang kanilang natatanging kakayahan. Yan. Rule of technology in achieving good life. Tukuyin ang teknolohiya sa pagkamit ng mabuting buhay. Technology support and enhance a good life for all citizens without compressing the earth, ecosystem, or the perspective of a later organization. Sinusuportahan at pinahusayan ng teknolohiya ang isang magandang buhay para sa lahat ng mamamayan ng hindi nakompromiso. Ang ecosystem ng mundo, ang perspective ng susunod na organization. Technology allowed us to temper time and space. Pinahihintulutan tayo ng teknolohiya na pakialaman ang oras at espasyo. Communication, social media. Pakikipag-communication gamit ang social media. Then, filled with other sexuality by injecting hormones. Kalikutin ang ating sexualidad sa pamamagitan ng pag-injection sa hormones. And that's all. Thank you. Have a nice day.